Welcome to episode 4, Sacred Spiritual Contracts. Boy, that's a mouthful.
It seems like you have had a really good start to sharing your channeling experiences with Clavistia.
I have to admit, channeling information is going better than anticipated. I was quite nervous when we started this project, as you're aware, but so far, so good. I have to admit, the frequency inside my head sounds nothing like my voice, so I had to get used to that. I was thrown off listening to my voice sharing her thoughts, which is strange. It was very surreal initially, but I think I'm settling down now and it's going better.
Well, I'm sure that the more you do this, the more comfortable you will become. It takes a lot of courage to come forward to share something so personal and out of the ordinary. Certainly not the common everyday experiences. They can be somewhat controversial by beliefs of some other people. Believe me, I know, especially if they have never had this experience. I'm also sure that there are many of our listeners who have had similar experiences that they do not feel they can talk about due to the fear of being judged. So thank you for doing this as a role model of helping others who are in a similar position.
Gosh, when you put it that way, it makes me even more nervous again. It is odd. I definitely will agree with you. And it does feel odd to talk about it. And I'm getting over it. Sacred Spiritual Contracts is something that Clavistia channeled to me. And when I received it, I realized that it clarified a question that I had regarding a previous past life experience, where I remembered these contracts being signed before I was born, but I didn't quite understand what they were or how they worked. When she channeled this to me, it was like turning on the light bulb of awareness in my head. And then I understood what I was seeing in this other time frame. So today, I'm channeling from Clavistia her concept of sacred spiritual contracts. And then next episode, it's a past life memory that I call Alexander. And it contains the signing of the contracts before that he's born, the actual past life, and then the death and life review. So it's a lot of information, but it's all kind of relative to each other when you look at the whole thing.
It sure is. I think the listeners will be able to see that by the end of the second session, how it all kind of brings things together and how important it is to understand that one life flows into another life that can flow into another life. So when you're ready, we can just jump right into this one.
Okay, here we go. This is from Clavistia. Would it surprise you to know that the scaffold of many of your life experiences may be influenced by sacred spiritual contracts signed before you were born? People, events, opportunities, problems, choices that seem so very random may already be governed by sacred spiritual contracts signed when you met at your spiritual meeting before you were born. Who attended your spiritual meeting? Your soul, your personal spiritual group, angels, others, the divine source, universal consciousness, and eternal energies from the cosmic plane may have been there. Your mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, siblings, friends, enemies, confidants, colleagues, color, sex, social status, money, health, etc. The entire pantheon of choices is quite endless during the contract negotiations and discussion process. Potential paths, options, relationships, and events are evaluated. Opportunities for growth are reviewed. Bargains between souls are made. Decisions for certain needed spiritual growth are determined. Sacred contracts are created and reviewed for you to accept. You are asked to look within yourself down to the refined, purest form of your soul and what you need for spiritual evolution. Once negotiations are complete and contracts are signed, somewhat similar to a notary that officiates legal documents, your spiritual contracts allow the development of you, your personality, and clear the evolutionary path that will lead to your higher dimensional growth. As you are born, the contracts begin to unfold and continue until your final breath. What would be the best for your soul? What could you possibly accomplish, and what change could be sparked to run through many lifetimes? All souls that are involved in the contract become interwoven within your cells and DNA. These contracts set the stage for you to choose correctly to end up on the path that leads you to the greatest evolutionary decisions for you to follow. Life is indeed a long and winding road, filled with challenges, choices, personalities, continuously arriving and departing to bring forth new options which open, unfold, and affect your contracts. As they say, people in your life are either a blessing or a curse. This is far truer than you are aware. That new friend may lead you down a specific path to your destiny. You have a voice in your head and heart that guides you all day and often likes to talk to you at 2 a.m. when you are most open to the other side. Your internal voice helps you think about choices, past performance, possible decisions, and outcomes. It may surprise you to know you have a spiritual group of souls with you that was mentioned at your spiritual meeting. Who are they? Sometimes they may lead you down a path that you would not have taken on your own, and that path may lead you directly to a contract that needs to unfold. This is your personal spiritual group, kind of like your spiritual home team. You may know them as the voice of reason that some may call a guardian angel, gut instinct, woman's intuition, or instinct in general. This group of energies may be souls, mentors, guides, angels. They know your soul very well and have each signed a unique spiritual contract to be with you 24/7 from the day that you are born and your first breath until the very end of your life and your very last breath, to help review the information available to make the choice that will push you forward on the spiritual path you unknowingly signed up for. The outcome may be already determined. It is your job as the personality to experience the growth from good, bad, ugly, evil that will be around you during this life. Your group knows the end goals and are there to assist you and support you through your life. At times, as you need additional assistance and as they may allow, there may be new additions or changes to your group. They might be permanent or temporary, all with your best spiritual interest and focus. Your personal spiritual group is there to cheer you on, enjoy your successes, and help as needed. Sometimes when you meet new people, you may recognize their frequency right away, and you will have a déjà vu experience. This new soul may feel very comfortable to you, as if you have known them for a long time, and the frequency may grow deeper over time, or it may fade away. Even if you don't remember them from the past, the karma and past awareness will come into play and contracts will unfold. How will this person affect your life's path? Are they here to guide or jointly experience an event? Or are they there to prevent something or facilitate as needed to assist you both to a higher evolution in this life? The deeds and experience ahead do not need to be large or great. In fact, based on a contract, they may be amazingly small or simple. It is the mere act which may change a person's soul in the tiniest way with a shift of frequency that is needed, like filling in a puzzle piece for you and the other soul who participates. And although it may be small, it may be so important that it causes an entire change in all the souls that touched it, as never before thought possible. Sometimes it is the witness, not the victim, that experiences more growth by simply seeing and watching the contract unfold. Sometimes more change than for the victim. Equally, the reactions by other souls as the news spreads about the event occurring may push an evolutionary change for all. You are much more important than you can imagine. Your value within the contract and universe is beyond your understanding. Your unique perspective is not matched by any other soul. The richness of participation as you meet the challenges of each contract and delve into your spiritual depths that only the unfolding of each contract can create is so special to all participants. What may seem like the cruelest life or moment may launch you into an entirely new level of consciousness. There is always a minuscule difference that makes your experience unique. It stands with all other similar experiences so that the divine source knows all literally through all layers of consciousness, which is critical for the universe to remain healthy and balanced. Do not limit yourself. Reach deep. Find that place within you to connect with your spiritual group, with the universal consciousness, so that you can go to that unknown place within your heart and soul. Connect with all of this, and you will reap the benefits of change and growth.
Okay, Grace, now take a nice deep breath and relax and take a moment to reconnect with yourself and disconnect with Clovistia a little bit. Let your consciousness come fully back into this moment here and now. Now, as you do this, is there anything you want to say to our listeners?
Well, I kind of said a mouthful, and I just hope that that makes sense to all of our listeners.
We encourage all of you listeners out there to contact us via email and give us your thoughts and anything you might have experienced while listening to this podcast. Maybe it was emotional. Maybe it brought tears. Maybe it made you laugh. Maybe you got a confirmation of something you always felt inside of yourself. I always knew that person and I felt a connection, and perhaps it's because you had a contract with them in a former life. Maybe you got chills. Maybe you got excited. Just look for any little clue that you may have had during this particular experience while listening to this podcast. Reach out to us, let us know what happened, and we'll be happy to get back to you.
Thank you to all of our listeners. If you have enjoyed our frequency journey today, please share it with your family and friends. Make sure to visit us at clovistia.com, or you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where we have about 1 million followers over there. Until next time, please share your frequency.